What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, back at it again with another reaction video. Today we're going to get into Andrew Tate apparently roasts somebody on a BFFs with Dave Portnoy. He was on again, this guy's everywhere. He was on another podcast on the interview, and this is just a short excerpt of that. We're going to see what happens here. Apparently this one's a little controversial. Before we get into this potential negativity, I hope you guys are having a good day, okay? Let's get into it.
What are your thoughts on guys who take their shirts off and dance on social media?
Oh, God.
That's an interesting one. I think that men have a very unique life path, and it's very difficult to try and achieve status as a man. It's not easy to stand out from the crowd because the only way to truly achieve individuality is usually a long, difficult road. It takes a long time to become an important man. And even what women expect of an important man, you need to be smart, charismatic, intelligent, strong, have a nice car, nice apartment, good network, good friends. You need to be able to handle stress. You need to be competent. There's so many things you need to be able to do. It's difficult for a young man to even have all these things. There's the reason women like older men. And people like attention, male and female. And I think we live in a world now with the internet where young men especially, instead of trying to go the very hard road of becoming a man who naturally garners attention due to his competence, instead think, well, this dance gets views, so if I do this stupid little dance, I'll get views.
That's the key right there. So all of that to preface, that was well played, Andrew. So all of that to lead up to his point. So he's saying how men have this long, hard road to become someone of importance and individuality in the real world, and it takes all this work, and there's a lot that goes into it, and then to lead all that up, because people love attention, men and women, and you know, to be exceptional and to attract people and networks and women and all this stuff, it requires a lot to do in the real world. All that to lead up to his point of, but on the internet, if I take my shirt off and do this dance, I can get it instantaneous. But I'm guessing he's going to say that's kind of a fallacy and facade because it's not real, because that's just views. That doesn't change. You know, if you're formidable, if you're strong, if you've actually been through things, experience is one thing, and just kind of getting attention is another thing. Like, to experience life and to go through hardships and to build something is very different than to just get something on the internet. That's kind of my guess on where he's going with that, but very true.
And it's a cheap substitute for actual quality as a man. That's what I think it all is. And it's attention seeking, and I understand why they do it. Mm-hmm. But when you grow up as a man and you grow into a man of status and genuine stature, you're uninterested in doing little dances because you are important simply because you exist. I'm saying that if you go through enough pain and you internalize it the right way and you become a high enough status man, that you don't need to be doing TikTok dances to simply get attention. I get attention for talking, right? I don't have to pay anyone to listen. I just talk. My whole life story enough is attention. I'll get in the ring. I've had 87 professional fights. I'll get in the ring and beat the fuck out of somebody if I want people to look at me. I don't have to do little dances because we live in an attention economy, and if you can manage to garner attention, you're going to make a lot of money. I absolutely respect that. My point is that this is modern, new world. In my world, and I'm only 35 years old. When I was 17, you didn't go on the internet and do TikTok dances. If you wanted to matter, you needed to have money, you needed to be strong, you needed to be intelligent, you needed to have important friends. You had to become a man. And what I'm saying is that in the world we live in today, the internet has allowed certain people to skip an entire process of manhood. Now you have Twitch streamers who are 19 years old, fat, drinking fucking soya milk, who have millions and millions of people paying attention to them, and they're rich now. So they're statistically successful, but they are not men, and they will never become men. Because to be a man, you must suffer. You must suffer and you must survive. And my point is that
so I agree, but he's also doing it to the extreme. Like, you can be a man, a good, strong man, without going through all this suffering and pain. Sure, to an extent. Other people, there's different life paths, and different people have different traumas and experiences and hardships, right? Obviously, the more hardships that you're able to go through and overcome, the more battle hardened, so to speak, you're going to be, the more mentally strong you're going to be, because you've been through so much that as long as you can overcome it, like, you can kind of do anything and have that mentality. So I definitely agree with that. But I don't know, to say you're not a man, there's probably a line at which can be drawn on where that flips and where that statement becomes utterly true. You know what I mean?
When these TikTok dances are being done, it's a way to garner attention without having to go through the genuine hardship which is required to garner attention as a genuine male. That's the point.
I think you could also argue that boxing is a dance, too.
It's a bit different than a TikTok dance.
Yeah, what? If she's okay, boxing is a dance, maybe strategically in like an art form. Yeah, I guess, but the question was for TikTok dances. You can't compare boxing to TikTok dance. What? Not even close. That's like saying a Marine is the same as like a backup dancer. For what? They're way different. What?
But I mean, you are still on display, and
Correct. But my life is on the line.
Yeah, I was gonna say I usually don't have the threat of my nose being broken when I'm doing a TikTok dance.
Yeah,
But
yeah. So stupid.
Forget the nose being broken. I've seen 5 people die. I don't want to sit here and brag and talk about the things I've done to people. There are people who will never be the same again after they stepped in the ring with me.
Yeah.
Ever again. I've seen screaming wives crying over their lifeless husband. I've done things you wouldn't believe. When you step in that ring, it's a different level. It's not a TikTok dance.
Yeah, what is she talking about, dude? Like, boxers have died, have been hit in the head, especially kickboxing. And I don't know how it's regulated over in Europe, but probably a little bit more loose regulations on what you can do, where you're allowed to legally hit somebody. But they're way more dangerous. There's no danger in a TikTok dance unless you're doing some backflip off of something or like breakdancing. What is this girl talking about?
It's actually extremely disrespectful. I know you didn't mean to disrespect, but it's extremely disrespectful to even insinuate that. It's not a TikTok dance. It's life and death. It's gladiators. It's a completely different realm.
Facts. Without your whole
Facts.
school, for people listening, it's like, I want to be rich, like Andrew Tate, and have 19 different girlfriends, and if they go on OnlyFans, I get a cut and all that. Like, where do you even start with these people?
Yeah, we have 18 modern wealth creation methods, and I'll have to let people enroll in the school. It's extremely cheap. It's $49, and you can enroll and follow the systems. There's a quiz at the beginning that asks if you're time poor, if you're cash poor, because it's different. It's easy to make money if you have money. So it depends if you have money to start, depends if you have time, depends on your expertise. So there's a bunch of questions. We narrow it down. There's 18 wealth creation methods, and then we recommend a wealth creation method. And there's a professor in there. There's live lessons every single day along with the community. And we have currently 87,000 students. What's impressive about that is not the fact that I've managed to
87,000 students times $49, $4.2 million a month. So with that in mind, you can't tell me he doesn't want to continue to circulate around the internet, especially like Twitch and his prime demographic for sales. You can't tell me he doesn't want to continue to do this and grow that number, because the more famous he gets, the more he targets his prime audience on like Twitch and stuff like that and converts more sales. That number is going to double within the next year probably, and he'll be making $8 million a month. Dude has it figured out. I see what's going on here.
87,000 students. It's the fact that I managed to retain 87,000 students. So there's 87,000 people out in the world making more money than they invest each month. 87,000 people are making more money than they invest each month. And I think that's pretty successful overall for a university.
Very good.
You know, I mean, as long as you're making $100 a month off of that, you're making more than what you're putting in, which is good on paper. But for longevity, how many of these students are successful, right? And I can't knock the course. I haven't tried it. I don't know what's in there. He said there's 18 different methods for making money. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. But the point is, he's at the top of everything. It's his course, it's his product that he's selling, and it's very successful. So you have to look at it as a double-edged sword. Maybe there's opportunity in there for you to grow and make more money for sure. But you have to also look at it as like, this is his bread and butter on how he's making a lot of money. I don't know if it's his prime income for making money, but he's definitely making a lot of money with that. There's no denying that. So to sit here and say he doesn't have some sort of financial incentive to push this as much as possible is just asinine, right? So I feel like the title here is definitely clickbait. Andrew Tate roast ugly fat feminist. That's disrespectful, dude. Like, come on. She's just a chick. And what she said, I feel like she definitely kind of meant to throw shade when she said that, because she was aware. I'm going to assume under the context that, you know, they had already discussed boxing. I don't know why else she would have brought that up, but she meant to throw shade by saying, oh, boxing is kind of like dancing. She wanted to kind of, because obviously she disagrees with Andrew and what she's saying, so she wanted to throw a little shade and get a little jab at him. But yeah, that wasn't the move because it's not even close to dancing. That wasn't very cool of her to say. Clearly, there's a big difference between a TikTok dance and fighting, even in just the preparation and lifestyle that goes into it. So, you're undermining the man's hard work and skill by saying that, So I get it. This title is clickbaity, extreme, to get views and all that stuff. And then, yeah, there's a freaking Hustlers University link in here. That's another thing you'll notice with a lot of these videos circulating around the internet, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. There's usually a link to the Hustlers University, which means that person that's putting out this video of Andrew is an affiliate and is in the affiliate program. So they have incentive to push Andrew to make money off the sales that they get using the link. You see what I'm saying? It's a full circle, infinite loop for Andrew, which is why he's so popular right now, because he has a ton of people marketing for him and he doesn't even have to pay for it because they're doing it out of their own time on chances of getting money and getting commission off of sales. They're his salespeople on the team. It's genius. You got to respect that. So I don't know. This is the second time I've kind of done a video on Andrew and I haven't seen anything that he's said that's been like, he does say some things that are extreme and like exacerbated points and generalizations, but I haven't seen him say anything that's like outright disrespectful or outright crazy. So we're going to keep going until we find something. But so far, I agree with a lot of his points, maybe just not the method of delivery on how he is kind of extreme and hyper animated when he says a lot of this stuff. But I think that, again, is because he has eyes on him and it gets attention and it gets people talking. And even I'm reacting on it now. So that's another set of eyes on him. So I get it. I understand what he's doing. But again, with the internet, you don't know people in real life. You don't know how they are. Internet personality and real personality could be different, especially when there's incentive to sell a product and make sales and make money. So who's playing a character? Who's the real person? Who's themselves? Who's putting on a facade? You don't know. I don't know. But anyways, that'll do it for today's reaction video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment down below. Helps the channel grow. Helps the YouTube algorithm. If you're not subscribed here yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you are subscribed here and you're not new here, welcome back. Appreciate the love and support as always. You guys know what to do. Leave some comments in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on this, as well as what else I should get into. I still do daily reaction videos for music, but I'm diversifying a little bit and getting into other things. So if you want to see me react to anything, just leave it in the comment section below. So with all that being said, I hope you guys are having a great day. Sending positive vibes your way, and until next time, I'm out. Let's get this bag.